You're listening to PetLifeRadio.com.
It's Vegas. It's rock. It's dogs. It's Vegas Rock Dog Radio. A rock and roll show all about pets, people, and pop culture. Stand by for great guests and cool advice. All in one rockin' hour. The phone lines are open at 702-483-4444. That's 702-483-4444. Now, let's bring on the host. Here is the rock and roll queen of dogs, Sam.
Good morning, everyone. I am Sam, the queen of rock and roll dogs, and today you are listening to Vegas Rock Dog Radio, a show all about pets, people, and pop culture. And we are live from Las Vegas, and today's show is going to be full of laughs, because it always is when me and Pam Webb get together. In fact, we've already had a good laugh this morning. So I'm going to tell you all about Pam in a second. And before we actually do all that fun stuff, we're actually going to tell you how you're going to find me and the show all over the internet. So here we go. Our website is VegasRockDogRadio.com. That is the hub for everything related to the radio show. So you can find photographs, past shows, you name it. It's all on there. Facebook, our account number. I've just been doing bills this morning.
Been paying them on Facebook? It's a new thing.
Have you ever brushed your teeth with the wrong thing, not toothpaste?
Like what is his name? Zerkoff or Zerkoff and whatever.
The bank of Zuckerman.
Yeah, whatever. Zuckerman. Doesn't he got enough money? Now we're going to pay him through Facebook. I love that.
Oh, you see, when you do too many things at once. This is how it all comes out on the radio show. Yeah, I was paying my bills this morning, but I wasn't paying them on Facebook. So the Facebook account is Vegas Rock Dog Radio. And the Twitter account is Vegas Rock Dog Show, no W at the end. The call-in number is 702-483-4444. And as I say, you're listening live. We're part of Lotus Broadcasting, and we are the internet division of VegasAllNetRadio.com. Our Instagram account, oh my God, I know I'm going to laugh all the way through this show now, but that's okay. Instagram is Vegas Rock Dog, and your rock and roll clothing. We got tons of new stuff for the holidays. Tons. Get on there. Start buying. And if dogs are listening in, you need to buy for your humans too. So get those paws out. Get on that computer. That is VegasRockDog.com. Our blog is therockandrolldog.com, and something fabulous is going to happen on it this week that has something to do with my guest today. And the Google Plus is Sam Ratcliffe. So there you go. So I hope Zuckerman's not listening in. He's probably going to figure out a way, a module of how to pay your bills through Facebook.
It's coming.
Log in. It's coming.
Captured everything else.
So my guest today is my fabulous friend, Pam Webb. How are you, Miss Pam?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. And you know what? If you're looking in now, she's gorgeous. She's worrying about how she looks today.
I'm having a bad hair day.
So am I.
I haven't washed it since your party you had.
Neither of us washed our hair since Thursday.
No, mine was Friday.
When did we go
when
out?
was your party?
Thursday, wasn't it?
Oh, that's gross. Yeah, Thursday.
We're gross. Hey, we're busy, though. We got 3 dogs each. We're busy. And
You guys
businesses.
look fabulous.
I should have put a hat on, I think, this morning.
Why?
I think I'm going to wear the hat you gave Eddie. Where's it at?
Yeah, where is it?
It's 10 o'clock in the morning in Las Vegas on Saturday.
I know. We are brave. No one else would get up and do this at this time on a Saturday morning in Vegas, would they?
People are just now getting home at this time in Vegas.
They're just
That's true.
strolling on in. I usually see them on Sahara, walking back home in their zoot suits. I see a lot of zoot suits on Sahara.
Oh, my God,
I
that's
see
hilarious.
a lot of zoot suits at 9 o'clock coming up Sahara on Saturday morning.
You really want to see a funny thing? Go down to the strip at about 8:30 in the morning.
Right.
See all the walk of shamers.
Oh, man. So fun. And you women are the best. You're getting out of cabs. You're getting out of cabs in bare feet.
Bare feet, yeah.
Holding your shoes.
Yeah, holding your 8-inch stiletto heels that you've tried to manage for whatever, and how much alcohol you've got in your. It's amazing.
Do you know there's a vending machine on the boulevard that sells flat shoes?
Oh, have they
It's
got
like
one
slippers.
now?
Yeah.
That's genius.
Yeah, they're like slippers. There's like black, white, leopard. They're flat, like ballet
That is
slippers.
fantastic.
They're like $10. And seriously, it's a vending machine. You pick your size, boop, goes down, you grab them, you put them on.
You can
Hilarious.
because you can be in that much pain.
I took my picture with the machine. I thought it was so funny.
It's genius. Isn't that genius? I swear, though, those shoes look great, and an hour later, they're your nemesis after an hour, those shoes. Some shoes, you have to use shoes, I think, for different things. So some shoes are car, straight to the bar. Sit at the bar, don't move all night, because they're going to hurt you anyway.
Right.
So car to bar shoes. Then, well, no one's invented a shoe you can dance in yet, have they? I mean, no. We need a shoe. People always, my husband goes, why do you wear flat shoes? I'm not wearing flat shoes to go out. Are you crazy?
Nobody wears flat shoes to go out.
Shoes to go out. It will suffer then. Full of sympathy. Full of sympathy. Well, let me tell you about Pam. Pam is the founder, the creator, the designer, the fundraiser over at Rescue. Gosh,
oh my God.
She would think I'd been out drinking, and actually wasn't. It was a hot chocolate night.
Oh.
This is what it does to you. She is rocking for Rescues Fundraisers.
Right.
And more.
And more, so much more.
And even more than that. And a lot of people, you will have mentioned, I know I've mentioned her in previous shows because we did the Rockin the Rough golf tournament together. So we're going to get into lots and lots of detail about Pam and what she does here. Well, not just here, but actually in various parts of the country for animals in need. But before we do that, I want to talk about Thanksgiving. I don't even ask you what you do for Thanksgiving. Do you celebrate at home? Do you just...
We usually just go out to eat somewhere.
Yeah,
I thought about cooking for my friends that don't have anything to do, but no one's
we just
gotten back to me.
Well, every year if we're in town, every year we go over to Mark Jovi's house. You know Mark that sang for us.
Oh yeah, he's awesome.
We go over to his house, so that's what we'll be doing this year. I don't think I've ever cooked a Thanksgiving dinner ever, but it's not my holiday. Do you know what I
right?
mean?
I mean, I've cooked, but
Yeah.
it's just Eddie and I. We don't want to eat that for a week.
Yeah, yeah. You know, when you start getting to the point, it's like turkey soup. You've like done every recipe possible.
Yeah.
It's a bit too much.
Well, and since I don't eat turkey, so
it's no point.
he's
is
not
there?
going to eat it that much.
Well, if you are cooking or you are going over someone's house, and a lot of people will take their pets because they're traveling with their pets to their families, you have a lot to consider when it comes to your pets. So I wanted to run over some, this is my big, I'm saying tip of the week, it's tips of the week, just for Thanksgiving. But these are some things you can do to really make it safe and less stressful for you and your pets. So as we know, it's a great fun time of year, but it also can be very, very stressful, particularly if you're cooking. And there's lots of planning for dinner and for visiting family and friends. So it's a time like this when your dog or your cat can get a little bit neglected, and it's times like these when you need to pay extra attention to them. There are many ways in which you can prevent accidents and fatalities. Yes, there can be fatalities on Thanksgiving, and you want to avoid these things. So first of all, you're supposed to stay calm. Most people don't.
Right.
Most people don't. But you do need to recruit as much help as you can from your family. This helps you keep your stress levels to a minimum. And it will also turn it around for your pets too, because they will feed right off your energy. So that can get really crazy, especially when you're cooking and the smell of food and people and activity. So try and get someone to help you. Don't do it all by yourself. Ensure that you know where your dog is at all times, particularly when you answer the door to greet your guests. And you might want to tell your guests, I'm going to be the only person that opens the door. So if anyone knocks on it, I'll be opening it because of my pets. I need to make sure that I know they're safe before that door opens, because you know what? Dogs will bolt out of the door, especially if there's a lot of strangers there, and so will cats too. So, or designate someone to actually answer the door for you. But you must tell your guests that. That's really important. Here's one people don't think about. Take your guests' purses and their bags and put them in a room away from your pets' inquisitive noses, because there's so many dangerous things in your purses you don't even realize. Mints, chewing gum, medications, makeup, a compact they can chew on and break the glass and cut themselves. So throw those purses in a room when your pets cannot access them. Also, if you've got small children coming over to the house, do not leave your pets alone with the children. Number one rule when it comes to pets and kids, particularly when they've never met your pets before. Small kids are super noisy. They do lots of jerky movements. They want to jump on your dog. They want to pull their tail, those kind of things. And often they just don't have the skills to appropriately interact with your pets. So what you want to do is just basically supervise, make sure they're not left by themselves, and you want to avoid any kind of bite or scratch from a pet. And if you're too busy, assign a friend that's going to look after the pets and make sure that they're good with the kids, because That's the last thing you need is an injury on Thanksgiving. Now, also, this is kind of difficult for me, and so many people have done it where they just offer my pets food.
Oh, I know. I know.
It's not. It's just really. It's really scary because one, you have people who don't know what pets can eat, or like your dogs. Your dogs are on a raw diet, aren't they?
Yeah, and Mater has a grain allergy, like a real grain allergy, and people want to give them biscuits.
Yeah.
And
it's just a big worry, isn't it? Because they can have an allergic reaction to it and make them really, really, really sick. So this is what you can do. Because some people can get a little bit like, oh, I don't want to say anything, I don't want to offend anyone. But then why risk, your pets having a problem with a treat they give them or food? I did have someone that tried to give my dogs grapes. That is no joke. I thought I was going to...
Oh, I thought that was common sense.
I almost flew from one side of the room to the other. Almost launched on the person. Really super, super dangerous. You know what you can do? Tell everybody. My dog's on a special diet. They're allergic to many, many things. Can you not give them any food at all, please?
Yeah, you know what I do? I have a little jar, and when people come over, I'm like, this is what my dogs can have.
Oh, that's a great
idea. And then that way, they can try and bond with my dogs, especially Mater, because he's not the friendliest.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah, and so it's like in one of those little mason jars, the little small mason jars, and then as soon as the dogs hear it, whoever opens it, they all sit in front of them, so excited.
I love that.
And then just make it and cut it in smaller pieces, because if you have people that are just given big giant, but just take something, cut it smaller. That's what I do.
Oh, you know what, Pam? That's gonna be your
idea.
That's gonna be your tip of the day.
My tip of the day.
You have to take
that way. You have no issues. This is what my dogs can have.
And then they can, like you say, connect with your guests when they'll make friends with you if you've got something they enjoy. So that kind of make it a little bit easier with people coming over to the house. I always dread anyone coming over because then mine aren't very good either.
I mean, of course, Sesi's sweet, Shrimpy's nuts, and Mater just doesn't like people entering his home.
That's his house.
But he would be fine at your home. That's what's weird. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to come in on their own terms, and then you know what? That's a great tip. Come in on their own terms, and you must send me a picture of the mason treat jar. I'll do you a tip of the day for you.
Okay.
I love that idea. We need to add that to the blog this week. So basically, you can tell them they're on a special diet, or here's their special treat jar. Don't go crazy with it, giving them the whole jar, but it can also get them a little bit more comfortable with you coming into the house. So really, really important. Because a lot of people don't want to lock their pets up just because they've got people coming over.
Right.
I don't want to do that. My dogs don't live that way. And of course, keep your alcoholic drinks away from them. It is not funny for your pet to drink alcohol. So some of the foods that you want to think about that are very, very harmful and can be fatal to your dogs are chocolate, turkey bones, grapes, onions, walnuts, macadamia nuts, tomatoes, coffee, raisins, avocados, and alcohol. So here we are, moving on to the kitchen. Oh, that's my favorite area. Keep your trash secure, because if you're throwing bones away, that's the last thing you need is for anybody to jump in your trash can. So keep it secure. Make sure that sharp can lids and mesh from the roast and everything is all wrapped up and really disposed of properly, because it can be super dangerous if they decide to get into that. Place your food on the very, very back of your counters and make sure that no one can reach that food. I did go to a friend's house, took Galaxy with me and bought it. It was a barbecue. I never have food out at home, so I never had to worry about it. So it never crossed my mind when I went to the house. Then I couldn't find Galaxy, and when I did find her, she had a whole rack of ribs in a corner, and she had barbecue sauce all up her face, and she was just quietly just chomping down on that whole rack. I was mortified. I'd only met these people like a couple of times, they invited us home.
Have they ever invited you back?
They actually moved out of town. They're like, no, those people are crazy. The whole rack.
No, she didn't eat the bones, did she? Did she just eat the meat?
She was licking that meat. She had sauce all over her face.
Aww.
Very quietly in the corner, though. It was like, oh, no one else is going to have this. So keep that food away from them. Push them as far back as you can from the counter. Make sure they cannot get near the oven either. Of course, that's going to be very, very dangerous. And a really simple idea is put a baby gate up at your kitchen door. Just put a baby gate up, and then that way you can avoid a lot of those issues that come along with Thanksgiving. And having your pet's telephone number at hand is an absolute must. A lot of people call the emergency vet on Thanksgiving, and trust me, you are going to pay a lot on those kind of days when a lot of those places are closed. So sometimes your only alternative is to go to an emergency vet, and trust me, you'll pay a lot. So avoid all these issues, but you will need that number in case something happens. If you suspect that your dog has actually eaten something dangerous, you just don't hesitate. Just get yourself to the vet, because there's a number of things during that holiday dinner that could be very, very dangerous. And if there's a case of bloat, bloat will not rectify itself. I just had a friend literally 2 days ago, a dog passed away from bloat. She did get the dog to the vet. She rushed there. They did the operation, and he didn't come well out of the operation. So don't second guess. Just don't. Just run off to the vet and try and get your dog treated immediately. So that's really scary.
I mean, that's one reason why I do the raw. I know a lot of people don't believe in it, but you never hear of a dog getting bloat from raw.
Right. I
mean, it's the grains. They sit in your stomach, it
ferment.
expands, and then the dogs eat so fast, they get all that air. Ugh.
Yeah, it starts to ferment, so you got to really think about those things, you know. But never hesitate. Just get yourself down there. So basically, in a nutshell, make your pets a very important part of your festivities. Ask your family and friends to help you with your dog's safety and your cat's safety, and take the necessary precautions to make your home extra safe for the holidays for your four-legged furry friends. And so is a big tip. But we got an extra one. We got a bonus one with Pam today. Well, listen, let's take a quick break, because we're going to get right into Rocking for Rescues. We're going to be right back. We're going to listen to some words from our sponsors. And you're listening to Vegas Rock Dog Radio with me, Sam, your host, the queen of rock and roll dogs. Feel like a dog.
Your dog loves going for a walk, but what do you do when the weather just won't cooperate? Your canine companion shouldn't have to come home cold, wet, and uncomfortable. Zippy Dynamics has created a chic, revolutionary, and functional suit that covers your best friend from head to toe. Our apparel is stylish and remarkably protective against all weather.
You and your dog deserve the best, and Zippy Dynamics is here to provide. Visit zippydynamics.com now and receive free shipping on all orders for a limited time. Zippy Dynamics, clothing of a different breed.
Pet Life Radio, the #1 pet radio network on the planet, joins forces with iHeartRadio to put the power of your pets in your pocket. Awesome! Download the iHeartRadio app and rock Pet Life Radio on your phone, on your tablet, on your Xbox, in your car. Pet talk, pet tunes, and fun pet times. Pet Life Radio and iHeartRadio. Positively Possum.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Now, let's return to Vegas Rock Dog Radio. Here again, your host, the rock and roll queen of dogs, Sam.
Oh, short tank. Here we go.
Okay, we're back. We're coming up with ideas on the break here. This is Vegas Rock Dog Radio, and I'm Sam, your host, the queen of rock and roll dogs. And in studio today is my lovely friend Pam Webb of Rockin for Rescues. Some of you know her name just from how many times I've mentioned her when we were doing our golf tournament. And we spent more time together than our husbands spent with us during that time.
Right? They didn't want anything to do with us.
Nothing. And we were like wild banshees for 6 weeks, running around, just making money and getting sponsorship and prizes, and our houses were a mess, and we didn't wash our hair very often either during that 6 week period, because didn't you really feel like we were running against the clock?
Oh my gosh. And I mean, well, we only gave ourselves 6 weeks.
I know,
so we
you
really
think
were
about
running
it.
against the clock.
We're nuts.
I mean, we were some hun fools, that's for sure. Oh.
And I think everybody thought we had this like big team of people. Paid off that 6 weeks. We gave up our lives for 6 weeks. But it's worth it. Wasn't it a fun event?
It was so much fun. And then my friends from Chicago that came in, Ron, you and him holding that, whatever it is, your step and repeat pole.
It was the big cardboard insert
Oh,
pole. We were being very inappropriate with it, and it was fun.
Every time I see that video, I crack up.
No, what? Did I just repost that somewhere?
I just did. I don't know if I did it right because I'm still learning. I tried to repost it on Twitter. Did it? Maybe you saw it there?
I don't know. I'll have a look. I'll have a look for you. So look, before we get started, tell everybody what your website is, all your social media links.
Social media links that Sam set up for me because I'm not good at it.
And we're friends.
So the website is Rockin for Rescues, but it's spelled ROCKINOG and the number 4 rescues.com.
Easy.
And then we have the Rockin for Rescues Twitter and the Instagram.
It's the same on Instagram,
Yeah, everything's the same. And then last night I just put up a Rockin for Rescues eBay store.
Oh, you're getting fancy,
Getting
Miss Pam.
fancy. I am. And then I picked Southern Nevada Beagle Rescue because you can pick the charity. Did you know that on
No.
eBay? Yeah, it's called Giving Works. I've actually been donating to New Lease on Life in Chicago for years.
right.
Because they have to be in the system on Giving Works with eBay, so if they're not in there, you can't donate to it. So you say you sell your shirt for $2, you quit 25% you want to donate, or whatever amount you want to donate, 100, 10%, whatever you want to do, and then it automatically gets to the charity.
Oh,
so
I love that.
So the Beagles, if someone buys something, 25% will directly go to the Beagles.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, but you know what? And the Southern Nevada Beagle Rescue is a really fantastic rescue in town. I mean, really fantastic. They hustle all the time. That is great to know.
That's I'm trying to keep the name all the same, the Rockin' for Rescues,
Yeah.
so people will get that in their head that it's
Because
Rockin'
your
for
Facebook's the
Rescues.
same as well,
Well,
isn't it?
the thing is with Facebook is there was a band there's a band called Rockin' for Rescues or something.
Oh.
So I had to do fundraiser. So my Facebook's different.
Right.
So Rockin' for Rescues fundraiser on Facebook. Everything else is Rockin' for Rescues.
Now, all these links are going to pop up on our page as we go through the show today. So it's very easy to find, Pam. Very, very easy. Very easy. Did you have pets growing up?
Did when we were a kid, but my dad was a hunter. I always had, hunting dogs and eagles, and but really didn't. I grew up with them, but then didn't have them for years. I had a cat for a long time, and then when I got Mater in 2006, it changed your life. Yeah.
So where did you get Mate?
Here, actually, it was New Lease on Life, Vegas.
Are they still here?
I don't think so, because when we moved back, I looked for them and I didn't
Yeah, I
see
don't
them.
think
But
they
Eddie
are.
was doing a remote, and it had out in PetSmart's parking lot. So they had multiple things, and
I see.
there was this dog. He was white, and it looked like he had a black star on his back. And I go, oh look, he's a little rocker dog. He's got like a nautical star on his back. And I picked up and held him the whole entire time. And you know how those remotes are, 4 hours.
Yeah.
I would not let that dog down, and he just fell in love with him. But now he's got like polka dots and brown and black, but he was white with one little star.
really?
Yeah, it looked like a star on his back.
No way.
And now he's mixed colors, but yeah.
I bet you saw such a difference in him from then to now. Like, the way you look after
yeah.
your pets, it's amazing. His fur is like, all three of them are amazing.
He
But the
feels
health-
like silk.
Yeah, honestly, you've never felt fur like it. Amazing. But I think great diet, being happy, being healthy is so important.
I just love him to death. But
How old is he now?
7. He turned 7 in June.
Oh.
So the rescue here
So
had.
he was young when you got him?
Yeah, the rescue here had his mother, which I think I've showed you a photo of his mother with the underbite.
Yeah.
So they had the mother. She gave birth to 3 dogs earlier than she was supposed to. I'm not sure what happened, if she had medical issues. I don't know what happened to the mother. But he was the last one that wasn't adopted. And they had him for 4 months. So I got him, little.
So little.
So
Oh,
cute.
my
And they said
gosh.
his mom was only 15 pounds. He won't get any bigger than 15. I'm like, he's 42.
Do you know what? That's another thing too. I think I don't think rescues can really predict how big some of these dogs are going to be.
But
You just
one thing
never
I'm
know.
happy about is I have his real birthday. Because, when you
Yeah.
have other rescues, the
You don't
rescue
know.
makes up their birthday.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
Now tell everybody about Sesi. 'Cause she is. She's a
so
girl.
sweet. Well, we ended up leaving Vegas in 2008, I think, and we moved to Chicago. And there was this place that we boarded our dogs at when we went out of town.
Yeah.
And the owner there opening up Project Rescue Chicago.
Oh, so she started off as a boarding facility.
So she was a boarding facility, and she had so much room, and people would just drop their dogs off and never come back. So she was pretty much
That's
a rescue
typical.
anyway.
Yeah.
So she had this dog at the time, Jillian, and she's like, "Oh my God, you have to meet this dog. Mater just loves her. They play together." And I'm like, "Right," because Mater's the brat. Like Mater's the one that has to keep his harness on at playtime because they have to pull him up and remove him. So. They always left his harness on because of that.
Oh my
So
gosh.
she's like, they play together, they do everything together, they sleep together. And I'm like, all right, let me go meet her. As soon as I came up and kissed me, and then she went to go grab a toy. Mater stole it from her like normal, and then just took off. And I'm like, oh, that's so cute. Like they were playing. And so I told Eddie, and we brought her home the next day.
Had she been left there, or was she
Yeah,
actually?
they said her story was somebody found her out of Chicago. It wasn't like close to Chicago, just left tied to a fence out in the middle of nowhere with a note. And this is what's bizarre is the people cared enough to write a note. Like it says, "This is a good dog. Please take care of her. hooked her up to a fence, but no food, no water bowl, nothing.
Oh my
And so we don't
gosh.
know if she was found within hours, within a day. We don't know. She was really thin.
She's the
when
sweetest
we got
girl
her.
ever.
And,
You think, like, how could you do that to that sweet
well,
girl?
and she hates the leash. Like, she doesn't want to walk with the leash. She hates it. She thinks it's abuse. Like, do not put a leash on me. And that's
like
probably why.
you're taking me somewhere that I don't want to go.
Yeah, well, probably because she was tied to a fence.
That's
and,
terrible.
So when we got her, we're like, we got to think of a cool name. And she's Eskimo mix. And Sesi actually means snow in Eskimo language.
And she's whiter than white. She's
And
gorgeous.
she's so pretty. She's the perfect dog. She doesn't chew. She doesn't shred anything. She doesn't.
So now
everybody likes her. Everybody.
They're so,
she's so sweet.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh.
So we rescued her, and then you know how we got our third one.
So I was with Pam when she got.
When I got my alligator.
She got.
Sam.
Tell him Shrimpy's full name.
Shrimpy. His name is Shrimpy Doodle, but Sam and I were at an event.
Yeah, we were the no kill
the
rally.
no kill rally at Orleans.
Yeah, and I turned around and Pam's got this adorable dog in her
I'm like,
arms.
this lady needs to get rid of this dog. Look, and Sam's like, you should get him. You should get him.
So
I'm like,
cute.
I don't know about 3, and he's so little compared to my dogs.
And
you
I'd
know?
already got the third one, the trio. So I was like,
So Sam's, you should get him. You should get him. So I get him.
Gorgeous.
3 months later, he shredded my couch, all of our sheets, our shoes, our everything.
Your favorite jacket, your workout
My favorite jacket. I'm still wearing that jacket.
Your dog
It gives
socks.
a character. Yeah.
It's a distressed vintage jacket.
And
now.
they think he's only about a year old, but he is just a little alligator. Like, his name should be Gator.
It should be Gator.
I thought Shrimpy because he was so little compared to Mater and Sesi, but then I look at him and I'm like,
Does he still lay on your head in the morning?
yeah, that's how he woke me up today. He smacks me, lays on me, he scarfs, wraps around me, bites my nose. He's just a little ornery thing.
He's cute though, isn't he? Though I mean, when you
He
see
is,
him,
but
he's stunning.
he is just ornery.
Well, I think he is.
They think miniature Australian Shepherd
he's
cattle
tiny.
dog.
Oh, 'cause he's
Yeah,
tiny.
but I was going to bring him so you can see how he's ball. He's gained weight.
Oh, I
'Cause
see.
he was 11 pounds, and I swear if he's over 20, I'm going to have a fit.
He's gonna have to.
Because I think Eddie's overfeeding him. It's like his belly's bloated. But then again, he's probably swallowing everything he chews up.
Probably is,
Oh,
Pam.
I know. I have to watch it.
Oh my gosh, we'd have to take him to CrossFit because I
Yeah.
know you love your CrossFit.
Yeah.
So Pam has a trio too, and it's a lot more work, isn't it? Pam from 2-3 dogs. People don't think it is, but it is.
It is with
We'll be
him
honest.
because he's ornery. Gator.
Oh, and he fights with his foot at night, doesn't he?
Oh, that video is hilarious.
It is
Yeah.
really good. We'll have to repost that because that's funny.
I was going to, I should have just brought him, but because I was going to have him do it for you, because all you have to do is say, is that your foot? Is that your foot? Get your foot. And he just starts.
attacking it. He's a right little character, though.
fun.
Oh, I love them all. And he matches a tile lovely at home.
Oh, right.
His colouring's perfect with your house. So, was getting Sesi that your first experience with rescue then? Or did you do-
yeah,
that was your very first?
yeah, because I mean the people that owned Project Rescue, actually I did their very first fundraiser because they were such nice people, and I got
Yeah.
Sesi from them, and they were just getting out, and I said, let's just try a fundraiser. I didn't have a clue what I was doing, and I was going to do a cookout or something at my house. Well, this
Right.
was in the winter time, so there was no cookout in Chicago with the snow. So I worked at House of Blues. The chef there made me some food. My friends brought food, and we had
Oh.
about 50 people. And
That's
since
great.
we have a lot of connections with music, we thought, like that's how we kind of came up with Rockin' for Rescues. We're
Yeah.
like, what do we love? Dogs and music.
Yeah, and it's your lifestyle.
So I
you
just
know.
charged, I don't know, something like $10 at the door, and
Right.
that meant, you got a free raffle ticket and your food. I mean, $10, I made
Peanuts.
it affordable. And then you can buy raffle tickets for, we had a book signed by Ozzy. We had some 8x10 autographed photos. And then I
Yeah.
had, silly bags like hair products, and we had raffles, and we raised almost $3,000, I think.
Isn't that
It's been so many
amazing?
years.
Were you surprised?
5, 6 years ago.
You're like, this is my first one?
Because when we were adding it up, because my expenses were we didn't really have expenses. All my friends chipped in and
Isn't that
donated.
great?
Yeah, so it didn't cost us a fortune.
That's amazing.
Unlike our Rockin' for Rough, we had a
Oh,
lot of expenses.
we did have a lot of expenses.
But, so I did it at my home. So that one, we just called it it was called Whining for Whining for Rescues.
You know what it
That
sounded
didn't. That wasn't supposed to come out like that. No, that was not a slip. That was just a slur.
She's worse than I am.
Whining, WINE
For
rescues.
Maybe that's an idea for the next
Anyway.
one.
Anyway, that was our first one.
What a
and
cute-
I've done it ever since.
It's a cute name.
Such a cute name.
It is.
How
many
so we
did
just
you-
had wine and cheese and some food. Trying to clarify that.
No strippers.
Right. It wasn't a show.
So if you had that, the profits would go up.
They would. Maybe we should rethink this
In this
whole
ta- in this
goody
town.
goody two shoes fundraisers.
In this town, it can't go wrong.
Anyone got a stripper pole they can lend us?
So anyway, every year we kept doing that, having these cookouts. And my friend Jan and Ron have been to every single one.
Have they really?
No matter what state I lived in. So then,
Oh, I
so
love
then
them too.
We moved to Virginia Beach for a while, so we did a pretty big one there. And Ron. Oh, actually, Ron did not go to that one. Jan's been to all
Ron,
of
if
them.
you're listening in, we're going to skip your bottom for not going to
you
that
know what?
one.
Jan's the VIP. She's been to all of them. So she flew in, and I always have people help. That's the part that helps. Is having people
It really is.
cook for you and help you with expenses and everybody chipping in.
Yeah.
And my friends, Steve and Nettie, you met Nettie. I mean, they've all
Yes.
helped me out.
Lovely.
So,
Lovely people.
But this, so anyway, so we did one in Virginia Beach, and again, raised a ton of money. And then last November, before I met you, I did one, and I only had 50 people at my house. 'Cause it's for friends and family,
Yeah.
not strangers. And we raised over 6,000. I thought,
incredible.
if I just help, I
Yes.
could do so much more.
It's incredible. It really is
And
incredible.
then after, a few days after my event, I met you.
Yes.
And then I went public, and
Oh,
then we
no.
raised over 10,000.
There you go.
It's going to get better.
It is. I'm telling you, for a first-time golf tournament, for someone like me who knows nothing about golf, I think people were surprised at the value of it. The value was insane. Our ticket was very underpriced for the social event. The value was still high.
Yeah.
And people had said expensive, but I think here's the difference. There's a difference between being expensive and can I afford it?
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Because the value is amazing on that ticket. So it
Yeah.
actually wasn't expensive for what you got. If you couldn't afford it, we understand that.
I mean, we also had it at an expensive place.
very
We went to a
expensive.
course. I mean,
Yeah.
the food, we upgraded the food.
We did.
It's just,
It was good. We had some really lovely
You-
elements. That
you
people
learned
loved the ice.
something new. Yeah.
People love the ice cream cart. Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
You
'cause it was 110, I'm sure, that day.
it was boiling hot. And we had a social event for those people that didn't golf. And we had Mark Giove on there. We had Jasmine Trias from American Idol. Ben Stone, who's a talented singer, magician here in town, British. And also we had Yi Chai from America's Got Talent.
Oh, he's
and
so
the
funny.
wonderful chef,
Sherry.
Sherry and Jeff. That's like when they put two names together, celebrities like Brangelina. We had wonderful Jeff Young from formerly Megadeth and Sherry Klein, who were fabulous because they tailored the music to pets.
Oh, and they all volunteered. I mean, that's what
Yes.
helps out. Like, people don't understand. Like, it's so hard doing this. The one thing I hate the most when people say, "Oh, well, they raised all this, but they only gave this." It's like, you have to pay for the food. You have to pay for the
do.
golf. Thank God we didn't have to pay for talent.
It was
you know?
like
They were so nice to
it was like
donate.
putting a wedding on. You prepay
Yeah.
your food, you prepay your
per
golf
person.
yeah, you prepay your your golf carts and all the fees that come along with it, because there are fees that come along with it.
Mm-hmm.
And often a lot of these very, very high-end golf places, they don't allow you to bring your own food in and that kind of stuff. So it is difficult. A lot of negotiation on as well, don't
Yeah.
you think?
Yeah.
Trying to
Oh,
make
yeah.
it happen.
But that makes it fun, the negotiating. you know, it's-
Pam's good at it, let me tell
I'm
you.
a doggy hustler, man.
She is.
And it's like I'm the one who won't return an item that she bought from a store. Like, I'm like, no, I don't want to inconvenience them. I'll have Eddie do it. But when it comes to a dog, I'm like, no, here's the deal.
Here's the
You know?
deal. Come on, no, we want $1,000, not $500 from you. We want $1,000 for this sponsorship.
Right.
But I think, like you say, for us doing, and I've done events for years too, but I think when you do something new like that, it's a big learning curve.
Yeah, you learn something. Yeah, you learn something, and I don't know. It's just going to get better. That's all.
Oh my gosh. Really, honestly, I think the next one's going to be really exciting. And I think a lot of people are going to, that said from this one, yes, I'll definitely be the next one. And two, those that didn't go saw the photos, like, I should have
Yeah.
gone. I'm like, yeah, you should have come
And I
to the
still want to
event.
do a few smaller ones.
Yes.
Like, I'd like to do something again at my house. Maybe I might do something in December, like a small little Santa Paws get together.
Yeah, keep it
And
trickling
it's-
in
Well,
through
it
the
could
year.
just be where people just bring like food and stuff that just bring supplies.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to charge people money at the door, but like bring a can of food, bring a bag of food, bring some
Yeah.
dish soap or whatever
That's
the rescues
perfect.
need, and just make it.
And we'll always take money. We'll always take
Yeah.
money. Let me tell you that.
But that way they don't feel like, it's constantly when they see my face, she's going to hustle
She's
me for money. Run, here she is.
Pam's coming.
She's coming.
She wants something from on me.
So I figured if I could do something where it's just going to be, just bring one item. You don't have to bring
That would be
much. You can
great.
bring one dog color. I'll get the list from, different rescues and see what
they need.
want.
Yeah. That is, that's even better.
Yeah.
Because, like you say, maybe they're not in need of food, but oh my gosh, we so need dog beds or whatever.
Yeah.
The list would be great. A little bit like a wish list.
Yeah.
So
I was going to contact a
Like a
few different
registry.
ones, like maybe 3 or 4 different ones.
Yeah,
and
see what they need. It's a really great idea. I'm in. I'm in.
All
I'm
right.
always in.
And then we can distribute it. And
That would be really, really nice. And
Yeah.
Eddie can dress up like Santa and
or an elf, because
or
he's
an
so tall.
elf. Yeah, they could be two hot elves. Jim and Eddie can be like the two hot
They look
elves.
like brothers, don't they?
They do look like brothers.
That picture we took the other night
is
oh,
crazy how much they look alike. And
it's so bizarre. Like how
The
we all have
similarities.
and we all have so much in common.
Yeah.
It's just insane.
Pam and I are both twins. We're both left-handed. We both have 3 dogs each. Our husbands are rock and rollers. They look alike.
Yeah,
they
we-
think we're crazy.
right?
When we do
think we're
these
insane.
events.
They're the quiet ones. We're the chatterboxes.
They know that they get roped into everything that we're doing, and they have no choice. But yeah, a lot of similarities. Music's a big thing for us,
Yeah.
Radio's a big thing. It's not funny. But our friend Kathy over at Barking Dogs, and she's actually one of our sponsors. She actually told
we
me,
just love her.
you must meet Pam and Eddie. That you will be friends with them because they are your type of people.
Yeah. So when I went to your event, and at the end, I'm like, let me help you clean up.
She's
and
helping me pack up. I've never met her before other than that night. And I'm like, no, I just met
like
you.
picking case of water up, and she's like, no, that's too heavy. I'm like, that is not heavy.
But I think that any me to you, that's what they get to about your personality is you have no agenda. You love animals and help animals, and I think that's really, really important. Your agenda is animals. That's it. I use going to the nth degree. That's what I really like about you. Is there's no, you meet some people, you're like, what's their deal?
Right.
You never go to
What's their angle?
Yeah, her deal is animals and helping them. How many rescues have you helped? Do you want to rattle off some of your favorite rescues?
Gosh.
Well, Chicago.
Yeah, Project Rescue Chicago, who they merged with the Trio Foundation.
Yeah.
So now money will go to both of them, and the Trio does a lot with medically, to help all these.
I was reading up
a lot
about
of-
them yesterday. They've helped a lot.
Yeah, they've helped, and the fact that they merged is like the superpower. That's
Yeah.
like us merging for the
Yes.
fundraiser. It's the superpower. And then in Virginia Beach, we did 2 things. One of them was the Dotson Association of North America.
I remember you telling me
but
about
I
that.
allocated it locally. So
Right.
it went locally. And then next door, the lady who is a volunteer there had a rescue named Katie that was about 10 years old. And she had back surgery and was paralyzed. They said she'd never walk again. So we actually raised money, called it Katie's Fund. So we donated to Katie and the rescue separately.
Right.
The lady who, my friend Lori, who took care of Katie, did acupuncture, chiropractic, massages, and now that dog can walk again, and it got adopted. If she didn't invest that money in helping that dog would never have a home.
Well, I got chilled because I think that there's different levels of pet ownership, different levels of rescue. A lot of it is me based, the level you can go to. But a fundraiser like that, to raise that kind of money is
a rescue only has so much money, and they're not going to. Because with fosters, people don't understand. A lot of people come out of pocket.
Yes, they do.
A lot of rescues pay for fosters' food, but like with this lady, they're not going to. The rescue's not going to take a bunch of money out of their account.
That's
A dog that's 10 years old, that's in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
That possibly will never walk again. She took it herself to do the chiropractic, to do the acupuncture,
incredible.
and the dog was adopted. Well, probably took about 8 months, maybe a year of therapy,
That's
and the dog is
amazing.
adopted and has a great life.
What's the dog's name again?
Katie.
Oh.
It's on my page. I have to look back.
You know what? And it's those kind of stories and happy endings that you're like, okay, we're moving on. We're still fundraising. We're still going to keep going
Yeah.
because they do keep you going. Those kind of situations.
It's like I don't want to just help. I mean, of course, I want to help rescue,
Yeah.
but too. If people are having really hard times and stuff. It's like I just want to help dogs have a better life.
Well, I think
And it's
sometimes, like, you see an animal and, we see them a million times a day on Facebook and whatever, but there's something about a certain animal that you go, oh my gosh, I gotta really help. So last year I helped, maybe it was the year before, I can't remember, the little dog Patty who'd been skinned alive. And they'd skinned her. Do you know what it looked like when they picked her up in the park? They didn't know she'd been skinned. They said, oh, this had been abandoned.
looked like it was burned or something.
The actual skin flapping off like it was soft. I mean, it was from the whole neck area. I mean, you think...
You're going to give me nightmares.
Yeah, it's just like mind-blowing. And I saw this and I was just like, wow, they're in Detroit. And I thought, oh my gosh, got to help. Well, fast forward. This dog has actually done a lot for other dogs because of the exposure that she got from this horrific situation. She's a funny little dog. Now, you see her on videos. And I'm sure she, in her head, she's like... what scar?
Is that where you did the roses?
I did, yeah,
Oh,
I did.
okay.
So what I did was I did a product, which we're going to talk about how you help through products. I did a specific product that was just for their rescue, where the money went to that rescue. The dog has had, I don't know how many surgeries and stuff, but they've managed to close up the wound. It would gape. I mean, it had to have been 5 inches wide, and they've almost closed it up. They know what point. I mean, this dog has become like famous because so many donations came in that we've got enough money for her, and this will go to the rest of our other animals and stuff. This is what I like about rescue. When they have a certain amount of money, this is 1,000. They hit 2,000. They don't take any more money from it. They say, feel free to donate to other rescues. We're our goal, and I love that about these organizations. But like you say, there are these individual cases that pop up that you go, I gotta help. That's terrible. I've got to really, really help with that. That's what I like about Rockin' for Rescues. We 10 minutes. We're good. What made you then go into products?
Well, so for 5 years, I have these events, I do auctions, and then actually 2 years ago, my friend Lori, her daughter, made me this tank top.
Right.
And she did it with the like a bubble paint.
Yeah.
And she made me this shirt, and it said Rockin' for Rescues, and it had little paw prints. And I wore it at the event, and I'm like, this is so cute. One of these days, I'm going to have some kind of merchandise. Back then, and I still have them. I just haven't been promoting it as much as I would sell lip gloss.
Right.
And I would do Smooch or Pooch or Sassy Sesi.
I've got mine in my bag right now, Miss Pam.
K9 Kisses, and I would sell those. So the only merchandise I really had was the lip gloss. And when she made that little tank top, it was just so creative. And so when we've moved so many times, but when we settled down here, I said, you know what? I said I just want to do something that's music related, and that's like the guitar pick and pick a rescue dog. And I was telling my husband, like, you get it, pick, like a guitar pick, and you pick a dog, so. Yeah. And I just thought, it's hard to ask people just to give money and not give something back. So I figured if they could at least have a shirt that has awareness.
Yes,
and
the message is great.
And then the portion of the proceeds go to charity.
I think people like to shop and give through their purchases, and I think that's exactly why it's so appealing what you're doing.
So instead of saying, hey, would you like to donate $20 to one of my causes, and they don't get anything, it's like now they can get a shirt or magnets, and a bracelet.
And a portion goes to rescue. Well, hold that thought for a minute. We need to run some more commercials, don't we, Mike? Yeah. I guess so. We're going to be right back and listen to some words from our sponsors. You're listening to Vegas Rock Radio. Me, Sam, your host, the queen of rock and roll dogs. We'll be right back.
There's nothing more delicious and healthy than an old family recipe. And for over 50 years, our family's been creating them especially for your pets. Nutrisource Super Premium Pet Foods. Dog and cat food that's all natural, holistic, and organic. Nutrisource Pet Foods contain our patented Good for Life system for your pet's optimum health and well-being. So order now. Safe quality food made by our family for your furry family members. Go to NutrisourcePetFoods.com.
From our family to yours, KLN Family Brands.
It's DesignerPetSweaters.com, the latest fashion trends for our furry friends. Hand-knitted designer sweaters for your precious pup or cool cat. Beautiful couture patterns for your pets, including custom-knitted formal wear, casual wear, yachting, and even sports themed. Many designer pet sweaters include feathered Tammy hats, top hats, and a lot of sparkle. Each sweater includes leg loops, front paw sleeves, and leash opening. Visit DesignerPetSweaters.com to order your four-legged fashions today. Your pets will stay warm for the winter and be runway ready. Large or small, we fit them all. DesignerPetSweaters.com.
Coast to coast and around the world, it's All Behave with Arden Moore. Find out why cats and dogs do the things they do, and get the latest buzz from wagging tongues and tails in Rin Tin Tinseltown. From famous pet experts and best-selling authors to television and movie stars, you'll get great tail-wagging pet tips and have a fur-flying fun time. All Behave with America's pet edutainer, Arden Moore. Every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.
Let's talk pets.
Let's talk pets
On Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Vegas Rock Dog Radio continues. The phone lines are open at 702-483-4444. Now, here again, your host, Sam.
Okay, and we're back. You're listening to Vegas Rock Dog Radio with me, Sam, your host, the queen of rock and roll dogs. And my rock and roll friend is here, Pam Webb from Rockin for Rescues. So tell everybody about your products, your full range of products that you've got right now.
Well, we have T-shirts and tank tops. Some of them say Rockin for Rescues, which is the name of the company. It has a cool little guitar with a little paw print in it.
So adorable.
And, then we have one that says Pick a Rescue Dog that's inside of a guitar pick. That's the most popular. It's kind of distressed looking.
Yeah, it's
online
cool.
You can't tell. Like, I don't want people to think it's just big shiny billboard, because it's not. It's like a distressed.
Yeah, it's very hip.
It's dressed
vintage looking.
Vintage looking logo.
You got the koozies for drinks.
Yeah, I got the koozies.
The guitar picks.
Magnets. The magnets are great. The car magnets.
Yeah.
I measured it at my car, and I'm like,
it fits
not
mine.
Everybody it fits.
It fits mine.
It's on your gas tank.
Yeah.
Right? So they're kind of big. They're 5.5
cool,
inches by 3.5, I believe.
Yeah, they're
But,
very
I mean,
cool. And it's a guitar pick shape. It's really, really
and
cool.
I was driving on Rainbow, and somebody was just honking at me, and I was like, who was honking at me? And it was Steve from BMW. He's like, I saw your magnet. I knew it was you.
You
He couldn't read the letters, but he recognized the shape which
of
is
it.
cool. Yeah.
I always look to make sure no one's stolen mine.
Yeah.
Because I'd be mad if that happened.
So,
you do a swag bag, don't you, with everything in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that idea. I love that idea. And
I have stickers. I'm trying to think what else. I have these necklaces.
have you got
What do
your?
I have? This one.
I love
with
that.
the music note,
That's very.
footprint and paw print.
Have you got your lip glosses on there?
I just had to redo my cosmetology license
Right.
and renew it, and they expire at the end of this month.
Right.
So I'm just waiting for a new license.
And then you'll order them.
Yeah.
I have the Smooch Pooch. I love it. The colour's fantastic.
Yeah, the first time I bought 12 colors. That was women, 12 options.
No.
So now I just lowered it to, Smoocher Pooch, Canine Kisses, and Sassy Sesi. I'm just going to have 3 colors. And do it that way. I have tote bags, these awesome tote bags that say Pick a Rescue Dog. I think in the beginning I went nuts trying to please everyone, which I'm always
figure
trying
out
to
who
please
you-
everyone. You can't. So I have so many colors of shirts, so many designs. Just in tank tops, I have 5 different tank tops. Who has 5? Why do I have 5?
Why do you have 5,
Because
Pam?
it took one person to say, well, do you have one like this,
I
one
know.
like that? So I have a ton of merchandise, and now I'm just really going to just narrow it down to the top sellers.
Yeah, that's the
when
way
I
to do it.
reorder.
Your popular
Yeah.
items. And a portion of every purchase goes to animal rescue. Pam benefits many rescues and many breeds, so it's not just one. So I love that too.
Yeah, we want to help all. And you know what's funny is sometimes I get the negative people like, oh, well, you should help this, and you should help. Why are you helping that breed? And it's like, I want to help all breeds. And if you think about it, I've helped, wean dogs. I've helped beagle. I've helped,
all breed rescues.
all breed rescues.
Okay.
I've helped, pits. I've helped many different ones. And I don't have any of those dogs.
I don't.
And I love the beagle rescue here.
Yeah.
I love Regina, and I try to help her out a lot. And I don't own a beagle because that's not what I'm trying to help all animals
Right.
have a better life.
And you do, and you really do. And I want to thank you for that, Pam. And I'm so glad that we're friends. I really am. Are you going to cough there, Joe?
I'm just so choked up.
Well, I wanted to say that my rescue of the week I chose was Trio Animal Foundation, trioanimalfoundation.org, who Pam has worked with. They're out in Chicago. And just a quick mention of Operation Santa Paws, Valley-wide pet supply drive happening in the Valley. And that is hosted by the Hot Diggity Dachshund Rescue, but it benefits many other rescues. If you want to host a box at your business, your place of business, contact the rescue directly at www.lvhddcr.com and make sure you check their website for a list of donation locations. So we like to close out the show every single week by saying this. You remember, you can help a pet in need. Either rescue, adopt, donate, volunteer, or share their info. Rescue your next family member. Replace the word shop with adopt. And be kind to all animals. One word, what do your animals mean to you?
Everything.
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 Thank you for being my guest, Miss Pam.
Thank you for having me.
Check out her website, and if you want to make a donation, it's always appreciated. Thank you for listening in, and remember to kiss your pets good morning and good night, and we will see you next week. Have a great weekend.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.